The University of Iowa wants to open a new school of social and cultural analysis. It would replace the Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies department and would also get rid of majors in social justice and American studies. Our chief political reporter, Amanda Rooker, joins us now in the studio. Amanda, this proposed plan comes as Republican state lawmakers have ramped up criticism of these types of courses.
They have been, and last spring, state lawmakers passed a law restricting diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at Iowa's public universities, although that law does have exemptions for academic departments. Now, the University of Iowa says this restructuring would combine programs including African American studies, gender, women's, and sexuality studies, Jewish studies, indigenous studies, and several others into one school to better serve students and faculty. The University of Iowa wants to close its departments of American Studies and Gender, Women's, and Sexuality Studies. Instead, it would combine those departments into a new school, along with other programs like African American, Jewish, Latinx, Native American, and Indigenous Studies. It would also eliminate current majors in American Studies and Social Justice, changes Republican state lawmaker Taylor Collins is celebrating.
This is the perfect example of the kind of wasteful spending that the legislature is talking about.
Collins is the chair of the new Iowa House Committee on Higher Education.
Our Board of Regents and the University of Iowa know that the Higher Education Committee was going to be looking at this issue. And so this is them trying to put out that fire before it was really started in Des Moines.
In a statement, the University of Iowa said the plan is, quote, part of a multi-year administrative restructure of the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences. According to the college, its American Studies and Social Justice programs have fewer than 60 students combined and, quote, have limited faculty and overlapping curricula.
This academic program not only was not focused on providing for the workforce needs of the state, but it also had less than 60 students. We have an entire department who is focused on peddling an ideological agenda with no benefit to the constituents and taxpayers of the state.
But University of Iowa professor Lena Maria Murillo feels differently.
It's disappointing. It's sad.
She teaches gender studies and social justice courses and says she's seen a spike in student interest.
We've seen our majors grow, and in fact, social justice was one of the fastest growing majors of the units that are being sort of restructured in the new School of Social and Cultural Analysis. So it is, again, disappointing because it's clear that the students want these courses.
Murillo also says students who've gone through the programs are contributing to Iowa's workforce and pushes back on some of the criticism.
We have students working in public health, we have students working in education, and then we have students here in the state of Iowa who are doing incredible work. Our intention as scholars, as thinkers, is not to indoctrinate people with any sort of ideology, but to offer them a place for free thought.
Professor Murillo also wanted to make clear she was sharing her own opinion and not speaking on behalf of her colleagues or the college. She also said she is excited about the potential to work with new people and the potential new research opportunities if the proposed plans are approved. The state's Board of Regents will consider the University of Iowa's proposal in February, and if approved, those changes would take effect in July of next year. Ben.
Okay, Amanda, thank you.